Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm Michael, and I've got the beard that is Benny, and he's got the hat. Together, we are the Caged Lions. Welcome on back to episode 14 already.
Jeez.
14 episodes already. What?
Hey, I'm proud of us, man.
I
I'm
am
proud of
proud
our
of us.
consistency. We've
Me
been
too,
getting
honestly.
episodes. We haven't, like, sometimes our schedule doesn't align, so we can't have it perfectly when we want. But I mean, hey, we're two, like, college students who have a lot of shit on their plates, and we're pushing out content, and that we're proud of and that we like. So good
That's
for
true.
us.
I
Good
mean,
for us.
I honestly feel like from like my life standpoint, my work schedule is always like super shitty. So it's like, oh, like I can barely have any time to stream or play or like record for YouTube or anything like that just cuz it always so happens the nights I feel most motivated to create content, I have to work or I have something going on and it's just like, fuck, I have no time.
Yeah.
But I mean, being able to sit down for an hour twice a week, it's 8 p.m. We intended to record this at 3:30, but the grind doesn't fucking stop.
Exactly, baby. We're here, and
and
that's what
and
matters.
8 p.m. might as well be 3 in the afternoon at school. So,
You're not wrong. You're not
so
wrong.
today's episode is going to be a little bit shorter as our Thursdays usually are. We have a little NBA season preview because that kicked off on Tuesday. We're going to preview NFL Week 16, and then we've got a little bit of gaming just to mix it in. So, the first thing we want to talk about, kick it to Boston sports first, as always. The Celtics kick off on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. versus the Bucks. The first quarter's ended, so we caught a little bit of that watching. But what are some of your expectations, hopes, dreams for the 2020-2021 Boston Celtics?
All right. Realistically, I say we come out of the first, second round of the playoffs looking pretty good. I think that's a realistic expectation to have. Hopes is conference finals again. Again, I think that's pretty reasonable, not too far out there. And dreams, taking home a chip, baby. Which again is not outlandish. I mean, there's some things that need to be done before we're there, but it's not like we're worlds away. I think we're closer than most people realize.
No,
Most people that aren't Celtics fans.
I definitely agree. I believe that between us and the Heat, we would have given the Heat I mean the Lakers a better run.
Yeah, I
I feel
agree.
like it would have been closer in those games because Jimmy
Definitely.
Butler had to have an all-star kind of night to
Like
win
even make
against the
it
Lakers.
close. Yeah.
So, first of all, props to Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
That guy
definitely.
literally carried the Heat on his back. And it's not
Yeah.
his fault because Dragic and Bam got hurt very early.
Yeah.
But definitely
And
props to
Tyler
him.
Hero. But yeah, what that proves is all those teams that had issues with Jimmy Butler, he wasn't the issue.
No.
It was the culture. It was the culture on the Timberwolves, the culture on the 76ers. And I'm surprised that it was the Heat where he finally found his niche, such a young, like fun team, you realize.
Yeah.
But really they're just about winning, just like we are, just like Boston sports culture is. They just
Right.
seem to have a little bit more fun with it. So power to them.
I low key think that Jimmy Butler would fit pretty well in the Celtics. We don't have a
I do
spot for
too.
him because we're building our team right now and it looks really good. But
Yeah.
I think if we were to start rebuilding, Jimmy Butler would have been an A-list person to come to
No, I
Boston.
agree with you. Yeah, that's a good take.
Um, so I think realistically, first second round, like conference finals is a good expectation for the Celtics this year. Um, we kill the Sixers every time. That's the first round.
I love it. I love
Um,
it.
Celtin 4 every single day. Um, and then I think for the second round, we play someone like the Raptors, or maybe we get a second shot at the Heat. I feel like we won't play half-assed basketball this year against the Heat.
We can't. We got a
No,
chip
we
on our
can't.
shoulders. We've underperformed the past few seasons. We've come into the playoffs with so much hype, so much behind us, and kind of petered out.
Yeah, I agree. And I think our hopes and dreams are pretty much aligned for the Celtics. My
Yeah.
hope is that we give 100% effort into every game and we
Hmm.
don't just fuck around half the time.
Yep.
But and my dream is to take down the Lakers, which is a little bit I think realistically speaking, in my opinion, the Lakers are the most set up to repeat. We might be looking at a Bulls situation right here. like a
Yeah.
90s Bulls situation where we might just be seeing a few years of you know, the NBA is not going to be very fun, not very competitive. Or like the Eastern Conference will be competitive, but when it comes down to it, we all know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Is what I think. But talking about the Celtics, damn. What is it just me or do we always seem to have like a harder schedule?
Yeah, I was
Like we're
looking through
always
it.
playing pretty tough teams.
We're seeing some of the hardest teams in the league a few times. They
Are
did
we
kind of a
seeing
weird schedule this year where a lot of games are like back to back. Like one night we'll play at the Pistons and then the next night we'll also or the day after we'll also be playing at the Pistons, which I'm pretty sure
yeah.
is like for COVID and kind of makes sense. So it's more like
Yeah, for
baseball.
sure.
Which I think's fine, but yeah, they're doing a weird this year. They're like literally split the season in two. So the first part of the season is going to go from now until the beginning of March,
Okay.
and that is the schedule they have released so far. I mean, hopefully the second half of the season kind of winds down, but also you don't want to plateau too early,
Right.
to peak too early, because then you just won't be playing tough opponents and you won't be having that hard drive.
For
So
sure.
you need to have like a maybe not a super hard schedule, but at least balance some tough teams in there to really test your metal.
Yeah, for sure. I think that I mean having to play the Bucks and then the Nets and it was in 3 nights is
Yeah,
that's
especially
definitely
on
I mean
Christmas
that's a
too.
test. That's a test, all right. The Celtics generally do well on Christmas.
Yeah, I love
We play
their
pretty much every year on
Christmas
Christmas, so
uniforms.
yeah, they're fire. Are
I
those
think it's like
the
the
city
best team.
editions?
Um,
Oh no, they're the
Usually
earned
they're
it's.
all green,
Oh yeah, yeah, those are
so it's
fire.
like colorful, which is cool.
Imagine Celtics Raptors on Christmas.
That would be awesome. If the I think that what they do is like rivalries, and they're assuming that we're gonna
Yeah.
have like a big rivalry with the Nets. Um, I
That's
don't
a
know.
ridiculous expectation. That's the NBA trying to get viewers, by the way.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. They're trying to pick Kyrie against his old teammates and stuff.
let me
But
tell you right now, as a Celtics fan, I don't give a fuck about Kyrie anymore.
no, me
We
neither.
are too far. This is Kemba's second season. We are too far along
Yeah.
to to keep worrying about a player that's gone. It's the
Yep.
same way. Like next season, I probably won't care about Tom Brady anymore.
Yeah. The
Just
only
because, okay, the first year, like, oh, what's he up to? Kyrie wasn't up to fucking anything last
exactly.
year. So this year, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
But
The only ex-Celtics point guard I am still thinking about is Isaiah Thomas.
me too.
Now
Um,
Rajon Rondo's a little bitch, but that's okay.
yeah. Shut up, Paul Pierce nominated Hall of Fame. No big deal.
Does that mean Lamar Jackson's gonna get nominated too? After pulling a faking an injury to go take a shit mid game. That still is a thing. The media's trying to sweep that under the carpet. Like I don't know what you're trying to cover up,
He took a
man.
shit. He had a Paul Pierce game. I don't. There's no
I don't even know
questioning
why
it.
he's trying to deny it.
Mm-mm.
They literally released the tape of him running down the hall. That was a poop run.
That wasn't a poop run.
I'm gonna keep bringing this up.
I mean, it was a poop run.
Yeah,
There's no.
no
We've
question.
all done that run. Everyone's done that. I mean, you call it the runs for a very specific reason.
We've been there.
You've
We've
got
been
that
there.
poop run.
Yeah.
So I think my biggest like overall hope for the Red Sox, I mean for fucking Red Sox, my biggest hope for the Red Sox is that they get a fucking pitcher, get any kind of pitching
Like a
back.
bullpen.
Yeah. But my biggest hope for the Celtics is that Brad keeps the locker room because we seem to have a little problem with that
Yeah.
in the postseason last year. But I'm hoping that he brings it back. He
I
runs
think
it
Jeff
back.
Teague will help. I think having Jeff Teague is really
I
gonna
think you're
help.
definitely right. I think Jeff Teague is definitely going to be a good presence.
He's just a cool, calm. He knows what he's doing. Like he's been in the league before. He's been
Right.
there for a
He
while.
can
Like
act
he's
like he's been there before.
exactly. Yeah. And we got a
And
lot of
I
young guys who haven't been there before.
and I think that having Marcus Smart as a presence, now Kemba's been there, and he's not going to be here until the beginning of January at best. But Kemba's been there before now, so
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think just a little bit of experience now. Tatum's been there, Brown's been there a couple years now,
Tristan Thompson
so that's true.
played with
That's
LeBron.
that's like such a big pickup that like
Yeah.
that's a huge upgrade for the
People aren't talking
Celtics.
about that enough, I don't think.
He's gonna like he's so, like Brad Stevens has never been huge into rebounds. If you look all the way back to like the Isaiah Thomas days, he's never been a huge like rebounds guy. He's always been get great shooters who have a sick offensive efficiency.
Yeah.
But we always give up a ton of second chance points. And
Mhm.
that's our Achilles heel. And that's how the Heat beat us with second chance points. They had Bam and they outplayed us.
Yeah, they out
So,
hustled us,
yeah,
merciless. That's
for sure.
yeah, I literally have that written down. You said like, what do we need to see this year? Emphasis on
Yeah.
crashing boards, especially on defense.
Yeah.
Second chance points. Not only are they like letting up, not only are they points, but they're like kind of little morale crushes every time is like a victory for the offense that they were
Mhm.
able to. They failed to score the basket,
They didn't let the
but
play die.
they out hustled you and get another shot. So
Mhm.
like it's doubly bad as just a regular score.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's crazy to imagine the Celtics like getting rebounds left and right, and
Yeah.
we're not a big man team.
No.
But although Tatum's 6'11" now, 6'10".
Yeah, he like grew 2 inches over the offseason. He's only
That's like
22, still growing. He could still be
that's
growing
like
for
3
years.
months.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like 2 inches in like 3 months is crazy.
But he was
But
eating his eggs.
he was drinking his milk, eating his eggs. So we're recording this on Wednesday night, but the Clippers beat the Lakers on Tuesday.
Yeah. Speaking of Pauls, Paul George actually put on a show. He had a few boneheaded plays.
Dropped
There was
30 though.
one that was cross all over the internet of him. He like got a ball in a breakaway and then threw it into the corner immediately. But like if you watch it back, obviously someone was supposed to be there, like off the set that they were running.
Right.
But yeah, I think he has a huge chip on his shoulder coming into the season, especially after his playoff performance last year.
Yep.
Unacceptable. And I wouldn't be surprised if he turns it around and actually performs in the playoffs this year. Because he has to.
Yeah, I
If he
mean,
doesn't this year, his legacy's just gonna go down as someone who was like good
who
for
fizzled
like
out.
the first few months of a
Right.
season and then just ultimately was a non-factor.
Right. The Lakers were not trying a little bit.
Yeah.
LeBron said when they were in negotiations with the league and the Players Association that, he was basically just gonna like cherry pick for the first month. Which I mean, I understand, but every other team is doing it.
Yeah.
It's a tough look.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
but I mean,
especially
they
if I
had
was
the
a young
lowest turnover,
teammate.
right?
Yeah, if I was a young teammate of his coming into that organization trying to win and hearing the one of the greatest players of all time, definitely not the first and probably not even the second greatest player of all time,
Yeah, or Kobe.
saying that we're not going to try is like
It's not a good look.
there's a championship hangover and then there's not trying. Like those are two very different things. So,
Right.
I don't know.
So keeping the LA movement going. I don't want to do this to you, but I
Say that
saw
every time and you
I
still
saw a
do. I think you
I
like
saw
it.
Hey man, I got my Xbox right here. I got another
Another
one
one
coming
coming
tomorrow.
out right now. Yeah.
Shout out Microsoft for letting us get our consoles.
Yep.
Um, the Clippers got the entire team, PlayStation 5s and headphones. They're right next to all their lockers for the game, and I want to hear your take on this.
I mean, that's okay. What's not okay is Cardi B posting a video on her Instagram story of 11 in one pile. Like,
Is that bitch trying to
why?
scalp PS5s?
Why do you need. No, I think Offset just bought a bunch. So Offset definitely has double digits of them. I don't know why or what he's doing with them. But then Cardi also said that she had double digits or showed like a bunch of PS5s. And so people are hoping that those are just offsets because if not, then that household has 20 PlayStation 5s.
I
And I
just
can't even smell one.
I smelt one. I touched one. I
Must
did.
be nice.
I almost wanted to take a picture of it and be like,
And then send it to me
"Hi
and be like,
guys."
fuck you.
No,
Yeah,
not send it to you. I wouldn't have been that mean.
you would have sent it to
I
me.
tried. I tried to get you one.
No, I'm not
I
saying you
told you
didn't.
I made a valiant effort.
It was valiant.
Bots don't sleep. I have to sleep.
Yeah. Everybody
That's
needs to sleep.
that's basically what it comes down to at the end of the day. Shout out sleep.
Sleep's big,
Just
big
sleep
for
is big.
recovery.
Sleep is the only battery charger. So
Yep.
let's take it to the east a little bit, shall we?
I'm
So
interested.
here's something that's really pissed me off. I hate that the Nets are already being considered like a top three like S tier team before they've even played.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like on ESPN's power rankings, they put them right below the Lakers.
That's
Sorry?
kind of ridiculous. But so to be fair, they did rank them super high without seeing them play. And then last night, they looked really good. They looked really good.
Yeah. I mean,
Like I hate to say it,
no, I
but
know.
everybody's sleeping on their yeah, they got Kyrie and KD, which is a good big two. But they have DeAndre Jordan, and that's like not someone to turn your nose at. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like everyone's talking about their big two, but like they have a big three. DeAndre Jordan is like a very good center. He's very capable. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, don't sleep on that team, but also they have a lot to prove too.
Yeah. I don't think they should have been ranked as high as they were without playing. This was like pre-camp too. This
Yeah,
is like
it was
in the
kind of
first week in
it
December.
was ridiculous.
But I mean, if they prove it, like obviously, if they're just like lighting everyone up, then fuck yeah, put them at the top. But
Hmm.
it was just a little outrageous to me that they were just like ESPN was like, oh my god, Kyrie and Katie, oh, and just put them at the top.
Yeah.
Katie gets way more looks than he deserves right now.
What do you
Dude just
mean?
missed a
Like,
whole year, and I feel like we talk about
oh
him every
yeah.
single day.
To be fair, he is one of the most like effortless scorers ever.
That's true.
It is like it's probably hard for him not to score so much. But yeah, he's a really good scorer. I still think that the Celtics have a better team overall. Like, yeah, they have a pretty good starting lineup, but they don't have a lot of depth.
Our
They don't
matchups are good.
have Yeah, our matchups are good, and they don't like they haven't been there before, you know what I mean? Like Kyrie and KD have, but that's about it. Like they don't have people that know how to
Right.
play in the playoffs and how to prepare their body and their mind. So
Yeah. It's I mean, and they're both coming off of injury. Katie looks good.
yeah,
I've
he
seen
does.
videos of him practicing. He still skips leg day, but he looks good. Um, that's all I have to say on that though.
Yeah,
I feel like they should be taken down a notch before and have to earn it and not just have
yeah,
it be given. So in case this whole Celtics thing doesn't work out, which team is going to be our Browns? You know, the team we root for on the side secretly and want to
sure.
win.
I got I got two that I like. Um, the first thing that I thought of was what are some badass jerseys and like a young dynamite player that we like. And immediately coming to mind were Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell. They got Jazz and Nuggets got some
Oh
smooth
yeah.
unis. They got some electric young talent, and the Celtics have never really had a problem with them. Like we've never really had a rivalry. So I think it's okay to wish success upon one or both of those teams.
That's fair. I like that. Um for what I thought, I was kind of like, okay, what are some teams that are going to be sneaky good? I'm all about the sneaky good teams because what I
Yeah,
want to do is I want to hop in on the bottom floor, and then when they shoot right up to the top and have a super team in 2 years, I was like, fuck yeah, I was in on that.
yeah, it's like buying
The
stocks.
literally the exact thing I did with the Browns
It's buying
when they
stocks,
were going
baby.
through the Johnny Manziel thing. I was like, I'm a Browns fan now because the Patriots are
Yeah,
too good.
buy low, sell high.
Speaking of stocks, one of my stocks made like $50 today. It's been
Good shit.
popping off this whole week, but I think I want either the Jazz or the Suns. Little Sogo action. Suns out, guns out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they played tonight, 10:30,
Yes, sir. I'll be up.
which is so late.
I know.
Like it's not.
It's the same thing as West Coast baseball.
Yeah, it's like you start the game at 10:30, and for the first half, you're like, all right, like it's like the half's over. It's like 11:30. You're like, okay, I can do this. And then the second half, the game's not over until like 1:30, and you're like, dude, like, did I really stay up for this?
Especially if
But
the game sucks.
yeah, the Suns are gonna be kind of electric. They again, they got a young, pretty good upstart crew led by Chris Paul, who led a very, very weak Thunder roster very far last year. So I think people need to give him a lot more respect and a lot more credit for that because that was very impressive.
100%. He There are some players in the NBA that get way too little credit, and Chris Paul is one of them, especially for last year.
He got a
I mean,
huge
this.
ass too. Have you seen that man's butt?
I mean, he walks
Nasty.
in. He walks in. His ass walks in 5 minutes later.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
wagon.
yeah. Takes him 5 minutes to walk into a room. He runs funny too. But yeah, he's a
Doesn't run.
stud.
He is a stud, both front and back.
Yeah.
So, kicking it to a little bit of Christmas season action because on the day this comes out, it's fucking Christmas Eve. We made it.
So wild.
This is the final stage of 2020. You think so? You think some like batshit crazy stuff is gonna happen last week?
Dude, there's been batshit crazy stuff going on for the past 6 months and nobody's batting an eye. Like,
That's
a
facts.
high up in the Israeli government was like, yeah, by the way, there's like a galactic federation of aliens that like we know about. And everyone was like, okay.
All right, sounds
And then
good.
there was like monoliths appearing in the fucking middle of the desert, which turned out to be a YouTube prank. One of the greatest YouTube pranks of all time, by the
I
way. Props off
literally,
of that.
I literally, that's the first thing I thought when I saw that. That's what
Oh
YouTube
yeah.
has done to me. I was
Yeah.
like,
It's
this is a
bad.
YouTuber.
And it was.
Because that's like 9 times out of 10, whenever you hear that shit, that's what it is. It's like a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Did you know that Mr. Beast now has like a burger chain?
Yeah,
He
dude,
like
they got one near
collaborated?
us.
Yeah, dude, they got one in my downtown area.
That's awesome.
I low key want to go try it tomorrow. That'd be
That'd be kind of
content.
cool.
That'd be
Yeah,
content.
that'd be content.
Trying Mr. Beast burger.
Yeah, you should
Imagine.
have like 3,000 or no, yeah, 3,000 of them nationwide, right?
Yeah,
That's
and I
crazy.
heard they're pretty good too. I heard the burgers are nice.
Yeah.
So I couple Christmas takes tomorrow. What percentage of Christmas hype do you think is like getting gifts and like parties and stuff versus what percentage is like vibes? Like just
Okay.
like the holiday spirit,
Yeah.
like candles and like decorations and all that shit.
Um, for me, when I was younger, it was definitely like I say giving and receive or giving and getting gifts, but like when I was younger, man, it was all about getting gifts. And
Yeah,
the older I get, the more that shifts to like I don't really need slash want a whole bunch of stuff.
yeah,
So like the joy of trying to put together a really good present for someone, especially like dads who like don't really need anything and are super hard to read and shop for. Like that and just the good vibes around Christmas has
yeah.
definitely started to be my favorite part of the holiday.
I agree with a lot of that, honestly. I think when I was younger, it was all about, oh shit, what am I getting for
Yeah.
Christmas? But now I think, like, especially this year, I've just kind of been able to work for whatever I want, and I like don't want to ask for anything big. So
Yeah.
it's like, well, why not just ask for a couple little things, and then anything I don't buy, I've saved a bunch of money up for, so I'm gonna go like on a shopping spree before I go to school. So
Yeah. I mean, again, when you were younger, it was like I want this thing that's like more than $10. I gotta wait for Christmas. But now it's like,
yeah,
oh, I want this video game. Okay, well, I'll just like work this week and then half of that'll go to the video game. And you know what I mean? It's like as you get
I
older,
didn't.
you can just
Right,
buy shit that you want.
literally with this Xbox, I didn't even have to bat an eye.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay. Xbox is out. I kind of want it. Let's buy it."
Yeah. That's what's nice
I
about.
never ever thought I'd like be in a spot to do that, especially in college. Because think about it this way: the entire like bubble, like stereotype of being a college student is you have no fucking money.
I definitely think not going to campus helped a lot with that.
I barely spent any money this semester and earned a bunch.
I spent a lot of money on food.
That's my thing. That's like
That sneaks
my
up on
diet.
you, man.
It does sneak up on you.
Yeah,
That's my older brother's greatest downfall, food.
yeah,
And he's of age, so it's not even like beer or anything like that. Like it's like straight up takeout.
yeah. Dude,
It
takeouts
does
gets
sneak up on
fucking
you.
expensive. Like really
You know what
fast.
used to happen to me is like when it was like the you like DoorDash or whatever,
Mhm.
and it's like under $15, so you get hit with like a $6 fee. I'm like, fuck, well I
Yeah,
might as well just put that towards more food.
exactly.
And then next thing you know, it was like $25 worth of food.
Yeah.
Definitely sneaks up on you.
And McDonald's, you used to be able to go there with $5 and leave with a full stomach. Now it's like $5 for like a burger. And you're like, what? Like, when did fast food? The only fast food that you can go in with $1 and leave like not starving
Taco Bell.
is Taco Bell.
Hey, Taco Bell is the goat.
Taco
I
Bell
think
is,
Taco Bell might be the situational best fast food place. Situationally.
yeah. No, you can make an argument for that, definitely. I think a lot of people are gonna hear that and say no, but the more you think about it, the more true that gets.
Situationally for me is like two of my friends and I want food, but we don't quite know what we want, so we go to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Because we all know it's the same five ingredients that are just. The Crunchwrap Supreme might be the greatest fat. No, that's not true. The Baconator is. Might be the greatest
That's
fast
not
food
true.
invention of all time.
I
It's like
would say
$3.
any ice cream from McDonald's, but they never
Oh,
have it anyways, so
true.
it's always broken.
McDonald's ice cream is heat. The Shamrock Shake is also
I'm pretty sure there's like north of 70 grams of sugar in that. It is
like a medium one.
ridiculous. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure,
No, it is
but I do
ridiculous.
know that if I drink one of those, I'm out for like 3 hours. I can't move. I get
You're like
paralyzed.
paralyzed.
Yeah, no, I'm dead ass, dude. If you give me one of those and they're like, okay, now let's go like walk around, I'm gonna be like, no, I can't move. I get like a
So
sugar overload.
so junior high school, my friends and I, my buddy, his name was Adam.
Mm,
He was the only one in our friend group that had a car. So me and like five of my friends every single Friday, like without fail, for like 4 months. I want to say from December until the end of February. Every Friday, we would hop in his car and we would go to McDonald's. And this was back when you could go into restaurants
cool.
and fast food establishments.
Yeah, crazy.
We would all order like $12 worth of McDonald's. And this was like 2 years ago. So this is when like the $1 McChicken was a thing.
Yeah, the good old
Like
days.
I remember my McDonald's order. It was something like I want to say three McChickens, like two double cheeseburgers, you get apple pies too, and you get like a large Sprite or Dr. Pepper. I don't
McDonald's
want to
Sprite
know.
is
I don't.
different.
It does hit different. You're right. That's 100%.
Yeah.
But I don't want to know how many calories that ran me because I'm a different man than I was in junior year.
Hell yeah.
But holy shit. Like that was the time. And then we would go to my buddy's house and we would either go in his hot tub or like just shoot the shit for like 4 hours.
Sounds
And at
amazing.
6 o'clock, someone would drive us all home. And it was awesome.
Sounds fire.
But McDonald's, you probably have the best overall fast food, but Taco Bell might be situationally the best.
Yeah. I like that take.
That's a good take.
I like it.
We gotta do like a segment on like I could do an entire episode on fast food talk. Like
Oh yeah, for sure. We
100%.
should do, yo, we should do for a YouTube video, side by side, we do one of those fast food ranking things. Like, the X,
Yeah.
A, B, but we do it like together and we have
Yes.
to like agree on shit.
Wait, let's try to figure that
Or
out
we
after the
make
episode.
two different ones.
We can try to figure this out like right after the episode.
All right, bet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
good.
we'll do that. So let's okay. I
I got one
we
more
just
Christmas
got way
question.
off topic.
Yeah, that was like a
Go for it.
15-minute rant.
What do you got for me?
What is your favorite Christmas scent?
Scent.
It can be like food, different types of foods, big. Like you got the trees. There's a bunch of Christmas candles that the scents don't really have anything to do with Christmas, but they do because they're Christmas candles.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They like over time have gradually gotten to be
Christmas
associated
candle
with Christmas.
status.
Yeah.
My favorite candle of all time is Pink Sands from Yankee Candle, and that's about as summer as you can get. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I got this candle from Target called Christmas Cheer. It's banger,
What does it
but
smell like?
at
Can you give me
like
like hints of
it,
cinnamon?
it's almost like a vanilla spice.
Ooh, I
It
like
hits, bro.
good shit.
But
Yeah.
I that's not like I'm trying to think of what my favorite scent would be. I'm thinking I don't know, bro. Like Snickerdoodle. My mom makes homemade Snickerdoodles during
Snickerdoodles are
Christmas.
so good, bro.
They hit.
Especially when they're warm.
Oh,
Underrated. That's an underrated cookie.
it
I don't hear
truly
enough people
is.
talk about Snickerdoodles.
No, no one does.
Um,
So,
I would say mine is probably like pine trees. Not necessarily the candles, because sometimes the candles are kind of like too strong.
yeah,
But in winter, if you go out to like a Christmas tree farm, I guess,
yeah.
like that smell.
Okay,
Like real like tree smell, you know? Not the artificial shit.
yeah.
But sometimes
I
the
don't
artificial shit replicates it very well.
I don't like a lot of the like pine candles and stuff. Like I've just never
Yeah.
liked that much. I'm always like a fresh like a beach scent or like a like a flavor kind of, I don't know.
Mhm.
But definitely a Christmas tree farm hits. It's kind of
Yeah.
similar to like gasoline. Not really.
Like the scent or the feeling you get.
Like the
Fuck kind of
wait,
gasoline are you smelling?
wait, no. Fresh cut grass.
Yeah, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Gasoline does smell great
That
though.
might have to be one for the talk.
Like, yeah, yeah. Like pumping gas. Fuck. If that's why we go viral, I'm gonna kill you.
Me saying a Christmas tree farm is
Like, yeah, like a gas station, bro. Like Cumberland Farms.
get it to the algo.
Dude, I do when I'm pumping gas and I put the thing away, I do sometimes just kind of stand there and I'm like, I feel a few of my brain cells die, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, it's a good smell.
Oh my god, this episode's a heater. Everyone needs to go watch this right now,
What are we
please.
talking about?
I don't know. It's late. I'm still drinking coffee. We're fine.
Week 16.
Week 16. We got gasoline. Okay. The playoff picture is actually starting to shape up a little bit, which is weird because the Patriots are not locked in. They're actually locked out. Um,
Hate to say it.
but this is not going to be a lot of Patriots talk. I want to start with the NFL playoffs being super competitive.
Yeah,
Like it feel like is it just me or does it feel like it's really competitive?
it does. It's because there's so many teams that are um, like 10-5 right now.
Yeah.
Like so many of them. Like the Browns might not make the playoffs, and they're double-digit wins for the first time in like decades,
If they
which
don't make the
feels
playoffs this
so
year, I'm gonna
wrong.
riot.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna be
It
very
feels
upset if
wrong.
they don't win
Yeah,
or if
there's
they don't
just
get to
so
the offs.
many teams that are similar records, and it still sucks because you still feel like all these great teams, and then the Chiefs just seem to be like a tier above everybody, which is not
Well, it kind of feels like
cool.
the Lakers, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
But it doesn't feel like shit. No one can beat the Lakers. Like the Chiefs have to grind to win games. They just like the NFL is super competitive right now, and that's what makes it the most fun to watch. The
yeah.
NBA, I don't think is that fun to watch.
Until the
Not right
playoffs, I
now.
agree.
Right.
You don't catch me watching too many. Well, now you will because there's less to do.
Right.
But like, I wouldn't watch. I'd watch them in the beginning because I'd be hyped that basketball is back. But like middle of the season, like I'm sorry, but I wasn't watching all
Yeah.
82 of those games.
Right. And it's like there's almost a competitive it feels like there's a competitive advantage in every other sport. Hockey doesn't really feel that way. Um Football definitely doesn't. because
Yeah,
all
no.
the NFL owners are fucking loaded.
Mhm.
But the NBA is basically who wants to spend the most money, who wants to get the most star players.
Yeah, like baseball.
Yeah, and baseball is who has the bigger market. So,
Big market, big money.
I mean, big market, big Boston. But so speaking of the Browns, they can be in this weekend.
This is huge.
This is huge. Okay. So, this is how the Browns can clinch a playoff spot. Not the AFC North, but a playoff spot. They need to win, and either the Colts, Dolphins, or Ravens need to lose. One of those teams need to lose. The Browns are playing the Jets, which if we know anything, the Jets might win this game.
Fuck. They're already like if the season ended now, they don't get Trevor, and it's not like looking like the Jaguars are gonna
Pull
win
a win
another
out of their butt.
game. So
But I think at this point, like they thought the Jets were just tanking, so they probably weren't like were like trying to be a little competitive. But now
yeah,
they have the number one pick, so there's no incentive, and they have no quarterback. Gardner
yeah,
Minshew, fun to watch, he sucks.
yeah. Hate to say it.
They need a quarterback, and they will do well with a quarterback.
Yeah,
So
they're weird. Like you see the Jets who have the same record, and you're like, wow, the Jets really suck. But then you look at the Jags, and you're like, they aren't that bad, which like they are pretty bad, but they seem a lot closer to figuring it out than the Jets.
yeah,
Like a
they
lot.
they're one of the several teams in the NFL who are just a few pieces away.
No. But
Um,
I think the most likely scenario is the Browns win and the Raiders beat the Dolphins.
yeah, I was thinking that
Because
one too.
I can't really I really want the Steelers to lose because I like the Colts and the
Right,
Steelers. I'm loving watching the Steelers fall apart. I'm
me too.
sorry, but this is awesome.
It
They
really is.
they were so bad. They're the worst 11-0 team ever. And then they drop their first game to the Washington football team, and then the Bills was like the Bills earned that win. And then the Bengals, they made this dude that they I was listening to Pardon My Take. Um Ryan Finley, he just got a contract extension as a backup quarterback because of that. He balled out. He's getting signed again just because of that game.
Good shit.
I'm
That's
pretty
what the
sure
NFL is
like
about.
that should happen.
That's what playing pro football is about.
Yeah. You see
Going
this
out,
like
balling the fuck out when you need to ball out, and then getting your contract. Get paid.
yeah. So I think that guy is going to be in the league for a little bit longer. Good for him.
You should be.
He beat a fraudulent Steelers team who's
He beat the
still isn't
TikTokers.
they like by the Steelers aren't bad by any means.
They're
They
just
just didn't
frauds.
deserve to be. Yeah, they're much worse than the record says.
Yep. And that's why they were never number one in the power rankings.
Yeah,
Because the Chiefs are obviously better. The Chiefs would kick the shit out of the Steelers.
yeah.
They would.
Well, we wouldn't know because the Steelers literally have the easiest schedule in all of sports this year.
True. So Juju needs to stop fucking dancing.
Yeah,
I
he
think he said in a
definitely.
press conference today, um, and he was like, "Juju is done with that." But
Yeah.
holy
Well,
shit,
Mike Tomlin was asked about it and said that he was aware and was going to talk to him about it. And then Juju, I think, came out today with a statement that was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore."
good. It was stupid from the start. No one thought you were cool.
Yeah,
Plus, dancing on other people's logos
so disrespectful.
makes the other team mad.
Yeah, that's
Makes the
why.
other team want to kick the shit out of
Did you
you.
see he got laid the fuck out against the Bengals? He got rattled.
Didn't he fumble the ball?
I think they, I don't, I
Did
think they
they rule
called
it
it back.
incomplete?
I don't think he made a football move.
He still got fucking fucked.
Yeah, he got
He got
destroyed.
railed. Um,
I do have a little bit of respect for Juju because after Antonio Brown got laid out by Vontez Perfect, he destroyed him the next play. He made like a really good block. Well, it
block.
it wasn't illegal. It wasn't a legal play, but he stood up for his teammate against a very scary guy. So good for him for that. But yeah,
Right.
this is getting out of hand. If you're gonna be dancing on other teams' logo, you should probably win and win handedly. I think I said that
Not
right.
not get bailed out or straight up lose. I
Yeah,
believe the Steelers have not won a game since Juju started dancing on logos.
good. I feel
Good.
like after the
Fuck 'em.
first game that you do that and lose,
You
as an
gotta stop.
undefeated team, you should think. That's like that's a little light bulb should go over your head and be like, I'm a very superstitious person.
Me
Like
too.
I don't believe in ghosts, but if the Patriots are losing and someone goes to get a drink of water and they score a touchdown, that person's
They're
not
staying
allowed
there.
back in the
Yeah.
room. They
I completely
drink
agree.
water until they burst.
Mhm. The Patriots, sh we would think would start Jared Stidham this weekend, right?
I want them to. I hope they do. I don't really think they will, but
There's no reason why they shouldn't, right? We got nothing to lose. Both QBs are playing for their jobs.
we've talked about this every week. Just put Stidham in for 1 week and have him throw 25 balls to N'Keal Harry and see what the fuck happens. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. There's not a 1% chance we make the playoffs. We 100% won't make the playoffs. So
See who's got better
let's
talent
get
against a legit
crazy.
team.
Let's get crazy.
Let's get sexy.
Hell yeah, baby.
Here's another thing. The football team can clinch this weekend, baby.
I would kind of love for that to happen.
If they beat Carolina, they beat the Panthers, and the Giants lose to the Ravens, they're in.
That's not unlikely. That's like a likely scenario. I think that is more likely than not to happen. And that makes me
I would
happy
bet on it.
because I would bet on it too if I was a gambling man. Thank goodness I'm not. I'm really happy that I don't
Honestly,
gamble.
Tim the Tatman and Nick Merckx have played like DraftKings and stuff, and they're just like, I lost like 3 grand last night. And to them, it's not like a big deal, but I'm like, that's my whole fucking bank account.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would I ever do that? Like, obviously, right now, like Powerball and Mega Millions are like 350 mil, so you go buy
So you
one.
might as well buy like
Right, you buy
one ticket.
two $2 tickets, one for each.
Actually, statistically, you're no more likely to win if you have like multiple tickets than if you have one.
So I buy
Because
one of each.
yeah, your odds are so low of winning that as long as you have one, you like basically have the same odds as everybody. And that's what my dad always does. He's never been like a lotto guy or like a gambler or
No,
a scratch ticket guy. But once it gets past like $200 million, he's like, yeah, fuck it. Like, what's
that's
the
what
worst that could
everyone I know
happen?
does. That's what every single person I know does. That's of age. They're just
Yeah,
like, yeah, fuck them. Like $2, I got $2. Like,
exactly.
and obviously, if you're in a poor financial situation, that $2 is your dinner. Like, don't
Yeah,
fucking buy a Mega Millions ticket, but might as well.
yeah. And if you win Mega
Uh,
Millions, the first thing you should do immediately is speak to a trusted financial advisor. Don't tell your family.
go to Charles Schwab.
Yeah,
Hashtag ad. Just
I watched
kidding.
a YouTube video about that. I don't know why. I
Yeah,
was on very deep down the YouTube rabbit hole, and it was like, what to do if you win the lottery.
don't tell fucking anyone.
It was a very good video. I
I'm
hope
gonna go.
it happens to me someday. Like, I hope that information
Here's
turns out to be useful.
if I win the lottery, you will catch me at the Prudential Building in 1 hour.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm gonna stand in the lobby and be like, I just won Powerball. Who can be my advisor?
You'll
with
have
like
like
a, with like
20 of
a,
the best lawyers in Boston around you instantly.
or I just stand in the middle of the financial district at like an intersection. Be like, I just won Powerball. I can prove it. Who wants to be my advisor?
Yep.
Athletes need to stop going to strip clubs.
Yeah.
So, I okay.
Athletes need to stop getting caught going to strip clubs.
So here's my thing. Right. I don't care if athletes go to strip clubs. I don't give a fuck. If you do in your spare time what you want to do in your spare time. If you're 18 and you go to a strip club, who am I to tell you, ew, gross, what the fuck? But holy shit. Guys, we're in a pandemic.
Right,
Go
strip clubs are
go
open.
go have someone to quarantine with you from like an Instagram model or something. Like, because that's where all these videos are getting leaked to of
Yeah.
these athletes at strip clubs. It's like Instagram models. So like, I don't know. I feel like there's better solutions than to be
Yeah.
getting caught out without a mask on. I don't know. I'm surprised they're open, right? Out here, there's no chance they're open in Massachusetts.
I don't think
Do
so.
we even have any in Massachusetts? I don't even think
Dude,
so.
like probably single digit.
Has to be.
Yeah.
And they're probably all out in like Western Mass, like Springfield.
I bet there's like I bet in any town that there's a big, not a big, but we have a few casinos. I bet
Oh,
there's a strip
true.
club near that.
Yeah, I would bet you're right. But yeah. Dwayne Haskins, James Harden, he ain't slick.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say on that. So I want to talk a little bit of Formula One news. That's a lot of it disappointing to me. And you're gonna think this is really fucked up too. Russian driver Nikita Mazepin, a video he posted on his Instagram story of him groping a woman in his car, while he was driving. It surfaced on Instagram, and he was signed as a rookie to the Haas F1 team. He snubbed a couple other drivers were snubbed, because his dad is a Russian billionaire and has a shitload of money to give the team. Um, and Haas is an American-based team, by the way, and Haas said they'd deal with it internally, and he was reaffirmed as the driver today. Haas put out a statement and said, "We would like to reaffirm that Mick Schumacher," which, by the way, Michael Schumacher, Mick's dad, is the greatest Formula One driver in history.
I
So,
remember you saying that. I
and then
remember.
we've got this guy who endangers himself on the track, endangers others. Gave a dude a black eye after punching him after a race. Um, and I'm kind of new to the whole sporting world, motorsport world and stuff, but you don't do that. Never.
I don't think you really do that in any
You don't do that.
sport.
No, you don't.
It's not really a sportsman thing to do. But yeah, it's fucked up.
Um,
Fuck that guy.
Haas just wanted the money. That's it. And in Formula
Didn't even
One,
try to hide it.
in the FIA just did not intervene. They opened an investigation into Lewis Hamilton, an African American driver who, he's British, so a black driver who wore a Black Lives Matter shirt on the grid. But they
Wow.
basically kept their mouth shut for this because there's a billionaire involved. So they can't say they can't use the hashtag We Race as One because they clearly don't.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And that's just my take on that, and it won't go beyond that. But I'm beyond disappointed with that.
Yeah, it's a
I
bad
can think of
look.
100 other drivers in my 9 months of Formula One knowledge that would be a better fit.
Yeah,
But
just don't be a scumbag. It's not
literally,
that hard.
it's not. Look at Ben and I. We're not scumbags. We may
Fuck
be
this shit.
lowlifes, but we're not scumbags. um, you want to kick some gaming news?
Yes, sir.
So there's not much going on, but a few things from the weekend. I saw on Instagram today, Valorant, their new skin lineup is Nerf guns.
That's hilarious.
Like their skins literally like it's so funny. Um, I'm not paying $80 for a set of skins, but these are funny. They're good. And like the way they did it looked exactly like the Instagram video looked exactly like a Nerf gun advertisement. It was hilarious.
Wow.
They're like headshots not included.
That's all. That's all I used to want as a kid was Nerf guns. That was like my favorite.
Right?
Every Christmas, you want the new gun. Wow. They really do look like Nerf guns.
Right?
It's just the color scheme that's different. They didn't even try to. Wow.
They look exactly like Nerf guns.
They have suction darts. They. Wow. That's like. They're gonna get sued.
Oh, dude. They're called X. It's like the X Blast collection, I believe. So,
Valorant, I
right.
like the dragon sniper skin. Those are cool.
Yeah, those are cool. I like the Prime collection. Like the first one they released, the Reaver is also cool.
Yeah.
The way they do reactive camos is awesome,
Reactive camos are some of like my favorite things in game.
for sure.
Just
100%.
cosmetic rewards for doing good. See nothing wrong with that.
Oh, not at all.
Nothing at all.
Over the weekend, Dr. Lupo Build Against Cancer raised $2.3 million for St. Jude in 24 hours.
God damn.
I mean, we shit on Twitch a lot, but they've donated $1 million to St. Jude 2 years in a row now. I
It's only
mean,
getting more too. And the
yeah,
amount of people, I feel like the ultra top tier of Twitch streamers, they make a shit ton of money, but they give a lot away. Twitch streamers are some of the most charitable givers, I think, out of like the whole influencer, like
right,
a lot of YouTubers you don't see hosting charity stuff like this, but almost every top Twitch streamer has at least one charity
yeah,
event stream a
yeah.
year, like
And
at
if they don't
least.
run an event, they donate several $1,000s. Like
They bring
streamers like
attention to an event. They like
streamers like
co-sponsor.
Tim and Ninja like don't sponsor those kind of events, but Ninja gave like 20 grand and Tim gave like 15 grand and
Yeah.
Dr. Lupo doesn't take donos anymore. They go directly to St. Jude. So
Mhm. It's
it's
good shit.
gaming remains undefeated.
Yeah.
The gaming community will take out anyone else. I believe, and this might get us canceled,
Uh-oh.
but a war
So soon?
between a war a war between the gaming community and the K-pop community, gaming would win.
Gotta stay away from
That's
Twitter for the next
that's
few
a
hours.
hot take.
I'm posting that clip on Twitter and we're gonna
Do
get
it,
canceled.
please. Do it. Do it. Let's take them on. Let's start the war. I don't give a fuck. Let's go. Take up your sword, Benny. It's time to go.
Let's go, baby.
We're draftees number 1 and 2, directly into the trenches.
Fuck yeah. That'd be
Overwatch,
something
my
I'd want to
game,
see.
is free to play until January 4th. I better see every single person in there. You should low-key download it. It's kind of fun.
I have it on console. My brother still sweats on that game, I think. But yeah, I used to play it. I played it like pretty heavily for like a month or two.
I played it, like I said, religiously for a couple years, and then I took like breaks off and on, and I've played it a little bit lately. I don't know. It's in a weird spot because they've frozen development for the game, um, for the second
Or
Overwatch.
Overwatch 2. Yeah.
Which, by the way, we have some news on that. They're hoping for a possible fall 2021 release,
Oh wow.
which
Cool.
I don't know if that's like a good timeline.
Yeah.
Don't do a Cyberpunk, please.
Yeah, that would suck. It's kind of soon. I don't know if they give themselves enough time.
Right. I mean, I think we've only heard about the game for like a year and a half. Only a year and a half. Holy shit.
But I mean, still, yeah, you see these like top AAA games having
But Blizzard games
years
usually get
and
gassed up for
years.
like 3, 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
100%.
and I have a steaming hot take.
Boy,
Xbox Game Pass is the best value subscription service ever.
it's pretty fire. It's
It
really, really, really good.
um it's just I was scrolling through it last night, hundreds of games. And that's $5 a month, and the one on PC is $5 a month as well. And if you get both plus Xbox Live, it's $15 a month. And there is like 400
Sheesh.
titles on PC. So, I
That's a
mean,
lot. That's a
it is a
lot,
lot.
man.
Your
And it's
camera is also
games that you
really
don't
delayed.
wanna.
Like
It
your
fucked
audio is
up.
super delayed.
Yeah, that's weird.
But I mean, well, that's a good thing we're almost done.
Hmm.
Is he back?
There you go. I think I fixed it.
You have no video.
Maybe. Oh,
Oh,
do I now?
no. Oh, wait a minute.
Said I do for me.
There we go. You're back.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah, it's
it's
just like
just
take the price of one game that you like might want to buy and then get Game Pass for like a month and you can try that game along with others and like you don't have to buy them and like hate them. You
right.
can for the price of one game, like one AAA game, is a year of access to like hundreds of games.
for sure. And I don't think it's worth it to compare it to PlayStation Plus because it doesn't look like there's a competition.
No, PlayStation Now is kind of not great.
Oh, it's
They
PS
do
Now.
have the Lego Star Wars games, which are fun. But other than that, they got like old. It's like PS3 games. It's
A
like
lot of the games on Game Pass are from the 360, but the 360 games are fucking legit.
yeah. I mean, they got like the Force Unleashed, which was cool because I
That's
never
pretty
really
good.
played those games,
Oh, that's
but
cool.
they were like important to Star Wars fans, so I got to like experience some of that. But yeah, it's not comparable.
And it seems like, I mean, I hate bringing up consoles every episode,
Hmm.
but it seems like Microsoft just cares a little bit more.
Yeah,
It seems like they understood that they slacked with the Xbox One, and they're looking to bring every like and they know that they don't have the games over PlayStation, but they're looking to bring everything over PlayStation. So that the only thing that PlayStation has is the games.
yeah,
And I think that, I mean, in terms of a multiplayer service, in terms of their game subscriptions, hardware, it seems like Microsoft is doing a better job than Sony at the moment. And
yeah,
console accessibility, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I
I mean, I
think
think the demand for PlayStations is so crazy. Like, I
yeah,
don't think that's something that Sony foresaw
no, it's definitely
was like
unprecedented.
the amount of people that are like Team PS5 is so wild. But I'd rather more people like Xbox because that means I would have one. Rather more people wanted to buy the
Xboxes
Xbox.
are selling faster than PlayStations right now.
Well, there's
Because
like more of them.
you know what I think's happening? People are giving up on getting a PlayStation. My buddy ordered an Xbox Series S today because he wanted a PlayStation, just couldn't get one. So he was like, "Fuck
Yeah.
it, I'm buying an Xbox."
I mean, I thought about it, but then I was like, nah, I have so much like invested
It's
into my PlayStation
yeah, it's
account.
completely different. Like that's why I didn't want a PlayStation because I was like, my Xbox account is what I've had since the 360, so
Yeah, exactly.
it's not worth switching back and forth. And I've
Yeah.
had friends that switch back and forth, and they're like, it sucks. It's not fun. So
Yeah.
any
I am very pumped for the new Lego Star Wars game, which is like the ultimate collection. Like it has every game or every
oh
movie like
shit,
rolled into one huge game.
that's gonna be
Uh
legit.
the Skywalker saga or whatever it's called. But they kept delaying that too. It was supposed to come out a while ago, but
Really
it hasn't. They don't even have like a actual um set release date yet, I don't think.
weird.
Yeah, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Um, they don't. I don't think they have a release date set for that. But it was supposed to have already come out. It's gonna be sick though.
Interesting. That looks legit.
Yeah. Again, I would rather them take their time. Spring 2021. Spring 20. Oh wait, that's kind of soon.
That is soon. It was a few months.
Yeah, but they announced it so long ago. Like I think it was supposed to come out this spring last year.
Hmm.
Because I was like looking forward to it during quarantine and being like, "Ooh, when this game comes out, then I'll have something to do for a little while." But like, it
Right.
never did.
Awkward.
Yeah, sucked.
Yeah. That looks like it'll wrap it up. That'll do it.
Yes, sir.
That was good. Lot of making a lot out of a little here. I didn't think we had that much, but I love shitting on teams that do better than mine because then I stop caring about my team
Yeah,
and just go to be a
exactly.
hater as I wear a Patriots shirt.
Hell yeah.
We'll edit that out.
They handed us to
Um,
the
Make sure everyone likes, comments, and subscribes if you enjoyed the video. We're really trying hard to push out more content to more platforms. And make sure you follow our Twitter at Cage Lions Pod and our TikTok at Cage Lions Pod. where my clips of me actively trying to get myself canceled will be there.
I'm excited for the response to that. It's gonna
You
be
all better be ready to
interesting.
go to the trenches. Our
Oh
Discord
yeah.
is still being worked on because, like we said, we are not scumbags, but we are lowlifes. So we are not working on it very actively.
Yeah.
And all of our socials will be in the description below. My Twitch and Twitter, as well as Benny's Twitch and Twitter. And with that, do you have any last words for us to take us into Christmas weekend?
Um, I mean, Merry Christmas to those who celebrate Christmas. Those who don't, still happy holidays to you guys. Be safe, appreciate the time. Be thankful for what you got. Tell your families you love them.
Amen to that. Yeah, guys, happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and just enjoy the weekend. It's going to be a blast. I'm super excited for it. So,
Let's go.
we will catch you guys on Tuesday. We'll be recording Monday as usual, and we will kind of wrap up the year that week. I think we'll do a lot of talking about like the year that
Yeah,
week.
year in reflection.
I agree.
Let's do it.
Maybe we'll even try to get on stream. Try to like live stream that shit.
That'd be kind of fire. I'd be down. Let's do it.
All right. And with that, we will see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great weekend and Merry Christmas, guys.
Peace.